Hey everybody, what's up? And we got another great offering today from BPS Knives. So we're going to dive right in and I'm going to show you guys what I got. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back. And today I got another great knife from BPS Knives. This is a company out of Ukraine for those of you who don't know, and they just make some really great quality, amazing knives for awesome prices. So today we got the HK-1-SSH Knife from BPS Knives, and this knife is actually a stainless steel knife. And I wanted to do the stainless steel versus the carbon steel because a lot of people go back and forth with carbon and stainless. I like them both. I tend to get the stainless steels because I do a lot of fishing, a lot of water. I live in a moisture-rich environment where I live at, so the stainless tends to hold up a little better, doesn't rust as much. I have carbon steel knives as well, but the stainless just holds up a little bit better, and I'm not having to do as much maintenance, and I like that. And I want to showcase some of these stainless knives to show people that the stainless knives are just as good as the carbon steel, and you can sharpen these out in the field if you have to. It just takes a little bit longer, but they're still great knives. And for those of you that live in the South or anywhere down in Florida in these southern areas and stuff, or more towards the East Coast, stainless may be a better way to go. But let's get into this knife. So right out the bat, as of this video, this knife is actually going for $37.95. It has a little bit of a sale. When I bought this knife, it was $39.95. So normally it's about $39.95, but it's on sale right now for $37.95 as of this video. So definitely check it out. So let's get into it. The first thing with these knives that's great is they make an amazing leather sheath with a dangle on it. It's nice thick leather. It's very well formed to it. Has a nice welt on it, so they do a really great job with these knives, with these sheaths. They have kind of a one sheath fits all for most of their knives, which is really cool, and I think I've showcased that in another video, but I will if I haven't. And they just do really well. Now this knife is really awesome. We're going to pull it out of the sheath, and I love this knife because I love the way it's curved. I love this belly curve that it has in here, and just this slight curve here with a nice drop point there. And it's got a very nice wood handle. Now these are bolted on. You can actually take these handles off and put different ones on, or make new ones if you want. It's made out of a really nice wood. Now I'm not sure what type of wood they use with these because it seems to change. I think it boils down to what they're getting, and seeing as that they're in the middle of a war zone right now, I think they're just taking what they can get. But I believe this is olive wood. I'm not sure 100%. If anybody that's been dealing with BPS knives knows, definitely let me know. Or BPS, hey, you guys leave a message down there and tell me what wood you guys are using. But I believe it's an olive wood or a walnut. But it's a beautiful wood. It's very well done. These handles are they just fit really well. I mean, just fit really good in your hand. Now this one, from some of the other ones that I have, has a little bit smaller handle. I have normal man-sized hands, and this knife fits in my hand really good. I mean, it's just a good fitting feeling knife, and I just love the way it looks. And it's got this little jimping right here as well. It has a 90-degree spine, so you can throw fire sparks with your fire stick all day long and start fires. I have done it. If you look on the back of that blade, you can see it's kind of dark up in here. That's for me starting fires with it and stuff. It has like black from the fire starter in there and stuff, and it's from actually using it and making start fires. So even though it's stainless steel, it will throw sparks. I know a lot of people think that if you get a stainless steel knife, you can't use a fire starter with it, and you can. It works just fine. It's got a great 90-degree spine, works really good, no problems with flipping sparks out and doing that. I've started several fires with this knife and haven't had a problem. And the edges, these things come super sharp. I mean, they just come with a really great sharp. Now I decided I'm not gonna do the paper cutting thing anymore because everybody does that. I'm just gonna tell you that these things come real sharp. I'm going to do a couple things with it here. I'm going to show you guys to do a little feather stick in and some notching and just some shave work and stuff with it. I don't do splitting with my knives, so I don't do all that crazy stuff. But you can do it. I've seen people in other videos where they're sitting there batoning with this knife. I don't do batoning with my knives. That's not what a knife's for. I will use an axe for that kind of stuff. But you can do it with it. So if you guys wanted to baton with it, you could do it because it's got a nice full tang all the way through. It's nice and thick, and I've seen people do it. Even on the BPS website, they show batoning with their knives. So you can baton with their knives. I just don't prefer to do that with my knife. That's just my personal thing. If you want to baton with it, go baton till your heart's desire, have at it. But I will show you that I started doing some feather sticks here so you guys can see it, but I will do a couple more in person for you guys that you can do it. This is a really easy knife to work with. Let me just do a few right here so you guys can see that you can do it right out the gate. And that actually just shaved it off, but this thing is really sharp. I have not sharpened this knife or done anything with it, and it's literally just peeling it right off. So you can do some really nice feather work with it, and just work it down however you want. Do a few more here and just show you how quick and easy this is to do. So there you guys go. And I'm not Mr. Super feather stick guy, but you can do feather sticks with it all day long and stuff. It's super sharp. It comes that way. I haven't sharpened this knife. It comes that way. It's just a really well done. And so you can feather stick with it. You can do shavings with it if you wanted to. We'll just knock all that off. And I just took that off real quick. But if you wanted to do like shavings, or you wanted to get like fine shavings, you can do fine shavings really easy with this all day long. See how it'll just, I'm not even doing much. I'm just barely doing that, and it's just shaving that wood. Let's see if I can save a few here for you guys. Doing curls. Grab that one there. See if you guys can see that in my hand. So it does really fine work. So I mean, if you wanted to do some little curl stuff, and I like to use that belly cut for that. And I'm not great at this stuff, but you guys can see what I'm talking about. So, works really good. Let's get a different piece. This is a different piece of wood. This is a little bit harder wood. But if you wanted to just shave stuff off, it'll shave it all day long for you. You can bring it in here. This is a really hard piece of wood right here. Hard wood. But it'll cut into it just as good. And it just shaves it right down. So, and there's tons of shavings all over my bench here now. If you wanted to do a notch, let's use this piece to notch out. If you want to do a notch, let's do a notch. Let's work on a notch here for you guys. So I know a lot of you guys are into that notching thing as well. And whoop. But you can notch pretty easy with this knife as well. That belly cut really helps. That curve in that blade really helps to do a lot of work. So there's a quick notch for you guys so you guys can see it. So it'll notch just fine. But they make a really great knife, and this handle is just super comfortable in the hand. Like when you're working with this wood and you're doing that stuff, if you notice, I like to get right in that belly cut. And if I do that, look at that. See how it just cuts that off. I mean, this thing works. I mean, it works really good. So they make a great, get in there. It doesn't want to stay in that piece. I've been stabbing that thing a lot. But they just make a great knife. And I feel bad for these guys because they had to stop making knives for a little while because of the war. They started back up. But now Kiev's being attacked again, so I don't know how long these guys are going to be in business. But I definitely recommend them. If you guys want a great budget-friendly knife that is well made, that'll serve you well out in the field doing whatever you're doing, whether you're a hunter, a fisherman, or just an outdoorsman. These BPS knives are amazing, and this knife is just an amazing knife. It's just very well made, very well done. It's simple to the point. It's very beautiful and elegant to me, and I think they just do a great job with these knives, and I just really like them. And you can food prep with this as well. I believe this has got the Scandi grind on it, but it's a super nice knife, and the metal is made out of the stainless steel is a 5CR1 4 mauve MOV. So it's just, it holds such a nice edge. That's what I like about it. It just holds such a nice edge, and will just, I mean, it really shaves just as easy as butter when you're trying to shave something off. It just really shaves chunks really easy. I mean, look at that. For doing stuff like that, making a point, doing whatever you're doing, making feather sticking, doing shavings. I mean, this thing can do anything, doing food prep work, normal camp tasks, cutting string, cutting things. Even if you had to limb some small limbs or something, say you're trying to make a poker for marshmallows or whatever you're doing, this is a great knife. I mean, it's just a really great knife, and they just do a really nice job. And the curve in that handle too, let me talk about that too, is really nice. And they got the lanyard hole here for you as well. So it's super nice. And if you don't like this wood handle, like I said, you can unscrew these come out. You can take the handle off and put whatever handle you want on this knife. So that's a really nice thing as well. But I love their handles. I think their wood handles are really comfortable, really nice, and I like wood on the handle. So just a really all-around nice well done knife with a great point on it, great sheath on it, and I just can't say enough about these knives. So I really wanted to do this review because this is actually one of the ones that I really like that they make. I just love the feel of it. I like the curve of it. It just is a great all-around knife. It's a good everyday carry if you're somebody that carries something like this every day, which I do, because if you see, I have a Joker knife right here on me that I'm testing out right now. And I love these knives with danglers on them, and they make such a nice sheath as well. I mean, this thing is just so well done, and just holds this knife really well. You're not going to lose it, and they just do an amazing job. I mean, for under 40 bucks, I mean, this thing is, you know, right now, like I said, as of this video, this is $37.95, and no, you can't touch a knife like this in the States for that price. So these guys are doing something right. They're doing it really well. Their knives are very well made, and I love them, and I've got a few more to review. I've actually bought several more that I'm just keeping and holding on to, as well as the ones that I bought for review. I think I have 2 more to review, and then I found like 4 that are like my favorites that they do, and those 4 I really like, so I'm buying extra ones of those 4. And I bought some in their carbon, and I bought some in their stainless, and I've been testing out both. And I got to tell you, both, whether you get the carbon version is, you get the carbon, which is a 1066 carbon steel, or you get the stainless steel, either one of these is a really great knife. Now, if you guys are interested in getting these knives, I am going to leave a link down below that you guys can use to go find these knives. Because I get them off of Amazon, so there'll be an Amazon link below, and you guys can click on that link and go pick up the knife. And if you guys use that link and stuff and go through that link to buy that knife, it actually helps support the channel some, so I greatly appreciate that if you would do it. But these are great knives. I definitely recommend you checking out BPS knives. If you guys are somebody like me that loves knives and wants to find good quality knives for a reasonable price, these BPS knives, I'm going to tell you, these BPS knives, you can't go wrong with. You cannot go wrong with. If you want a great knife that's going to last you a long time and it's not going to break the bank and stuff, these are the knives to look at and get, because they're awesome. Because I'll tell you, I love these knives, and even though I like my Joker knives, the Joker knives cost a lot more, and I mean a lot more than these knives. I mean, the Joker knives are still well priced, but when you're talking about this knife versus a Joker knife, you're talking about a big, significant price difference, especially with like the one I'm carrying on my side. There's a big price difference in these, and for $40 or less, you can get a great knife that's going to work for you, whether you're a fisherman, a hunter, a camper, whatever you're doing. You know, this is a great knife. Even if you want a great knife just in the kitchen for food prep, these things work awesome. If you guys go look at my other video that I did with the Nighthawk Adventurer that's stainless steel, I did a bunch of food prep with that one, and it was awesome, and I liked it so much that I want to get one just for the kitchen because it's a great kitchen knife. So they make really great knives all the knives that I've gotten and stuff from them all have the 90-degree spines as well, which is awesome, so you can start fires with them, and they just do a really great job. So I can't say enough about these knives. So that's all my rambling for today. I'm going to show you this knife one more time. This is the HK-1-SSH. This is the stainless steel version. They make this in carbon steel as well, in 1066 carbon steel, but I really like the stainless. It's a beautiful knife. It's very well done. My hat's off to these guys. I wish them well on what's going on over there, and I hope that they get through it, because I hope they can keep making knives, because they're doing such a great job. And I definitely would like to see some people support these guys. Not because of the war, not because of anything like that, because they're a great company that's making great knives, and I think that they're going to do well, and I think you should definitely check it out. If you're an outdoorsman, then this is definitely a knife. These are definitely a company and knives that I think you should check out. So that's all I got for you guys. Questions, comments down below. Leave them all down below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. There will be a link down below, like I said, to get this knife through Amazon. So click on that link. It'll take you straight to this knife, and you can pick the carbon one. They also make these where they come with the fire starter. So if you want the fire starter, it costs a little bit more. But you can get this with the fire starter or without the fire starter. It's up to you. I've got some that have the fire starter on it, and I'll show you those in another video and stuff. But this is a great knife. I definitely highly recommend it, and definitely check out BPS Knives, because I'm pretty sure they'll have a knife that you'll like that'll work for you. So that's all I got for you guys, and we will see you guys on the next video. Take care.